and your body best friends during midlife? That's a question that I hear a lot because women feel like their bodies have turned on them and they're not friends anymore. Well, I want to encourage you to look at the relationship with your body during midlife differently. Your body's changing, so we need to shift and accommodate that change. So, one of the things that I want to share with you is I've done a lot of traveling, and one of the places that I go to a lot is Paris. I've been 5 times. I actually spent 2 months living in Paris. And there is a way that the French women move that they absolutely love their bodies. And you wonder, as Americans, we're all women, why do we hate our bodies? And these French women love their bodies. So, a couple of things that I've observed. So, I want to share a couple of those points with you. So, if you haven't met me before, my name is Beverly. I'm a certified health coach, and my company is Beverly Hills Health and Wellness Coaching, where I help women just like you to break through the stigma of menopause and lean into an amazing life at this stage. So, one of the things that the French women do is they move. Well, let that settle with you. They move. And I'm not talking about going to the gym and lifting weights and doing all of these major calisthenics. They just move and to me, it's like they flow or they float or they just embody. There's such a grace about the way they move. And I tell you another thing about the French women that I really was focused on was the women who were in their 60s and 70s and 80s. These women step out of their homes looking like they're going out for a major event or a major evening. Like they are always pulled together. And you see them strolling or walking or just meandering from shop to shop as they're making their way to where they're going. Whereas here in the United States, we all have a mission and a purpose. We have to get in the car and fight the traffic and get to where our destination is. And that weighs on our nervous system. In Paris, it's an ease to it. It is just so comfortable. It's just so amazing. If you get the opportunity, put it on your bucket list and go there and be and observe. When they're out and about, they are in the moment, they are being. And when they're going about their day to day lives, they will stop and just go into little antique shops. You see them on the bistros, sitting on the bistros and having their coffee and their croissant. Like they live life. They don't punish their bodies and say, no, I will not have any carbs. You know what I mean? They are embracing their lives and they are living. The difference is as they're moving, they are taking care of their bodies and they're nourishing their bodies. And that's some of what's missing for us during this menopause stage. You may have had a way of living where you grab something to go because time was of essence. And as you move through menopause, our bodies is asking for something totally different. We have to provide our bodies with nourishment. So flipping back to the Parisian side, when they have their meals are real food. There's no fast food restaurant that they're going to. Everything that they have is something that's been prepared with a lot of love and attention and artisanal qualities to it. The foods don't have this GMO processing and chemicals and herbicides and all of the things that we have in the United States. These are disrupting our body's hormones, whereas over in that part of the world, it is like, I want to say partly against the law. I know in some respects there are certain things that they will not allow in their foods that we allow in the United States, like dyes and those items that cause disruptive problems for our digestive system. They don't allow that. Some products in the United States cannot be allowed in Europe. and specifically in Paris. So the way that they nourish themselves is with real food. Here in the United States, we sometimes don't even understand what real food is. I was doing a presentation one time and I made a reference to real food, and somebody was like, well, everything I eat is real food. And I was like, so I need to educate you on what real food is. Real food is not something that's laced with a lot of chemicals, because when your body processes it and your body doesn't know what to do with it, all it does is take what doesn't serve your body health-wise, nutritionally, and put it in a fat cell and just hangs on to it. And that's how the waistline gets to be bigger, thighs gets to be bigger, like your body's just holding on to these toxins, which is not real food when you're eating something that your body's like, oh, that's alien to me. But in Europe, they don't have that problem. Literally, you can go to Europe and eat one food and eat the same food in the United States, and you will have digestive problems, probably some headache, and definitely increased weight. You can eat the same food in Europe and you can lose weight. It is so amazing. You have to experience it. So the other part of living in Paris, where I was for like almost 2 months, is that not only are they eating the good food and they're moving their bodies, they detox. They detox. And here in the United States, when you mention detox, it's like, oh my God, no, time out. I don't want to detox. This is a bad word for us. But we truly, as Americans, need to detox because our food is not healthy. It's not healthy. So they're detoxing not as a way to lose weight, but just as a part of their lifestyles. So I want to encourage you to take a look at detoxing. That is something that's my bailiwick. I have been detoxing since a young child. I grew up in a household where we had to do religious detoxes and fasting and a whole lot of other things that's pretty extreme for a child to be doing. But those set up disciplines for me to utilize, and now that I'm adult, I know how to incorporate them into my life, and it's allowed me to keep my weight good. We always want to lose another 5 pounds, right, ladies? But my weight is good and I'm satisfied with where I am. I was looking at this graph about your height and your age and your weight and where you should be, and I think I'm 5'4", and it was like 120 pounds, I think, to like 145 pounds. I'm good. I'm in my range. So if you're a person who's going through this menopause journey and your body, she's not your best friend, reach out to me, because you can start the detox process and you will see results very quickly, very quickly. One of the things that I used to do when I knew I was going to do traveling for vacation, if I was going away for like 2 weeks and it's just like, you're going to go and eat everything that you can, I would do a major detox before I went, just kind of drop my weight, get the water weight down, get the toxicity down, and then I can go and eat and enjoy myself. And when I get back on the scale, when I return, I wasn't in shock because I picked up several pounds. But detoxing is a part of my lifestyle. And ladies, as we're navigating this stage of our life, this menopause journey, we have to work on the weight, we have to work on the waistline, and we have to take care of our bodies, because she's been with us for life, and hopefully we have many, many, many years ahead of us, and we want to be as healthy as possible to enjoy the best life possible, okay? So with that, ladies, I'm going to get ready to close out. Let me recognize a couple of people that are here. Dominique. Your hair, oh, thank you for, I got a haircut. I was like, my hair was like growing so long, and it wasn't like growing long evenly. It's like it'd be really long right here and kind of short right here. Anyway, I digress, but thank you for that. And I have to admit, I have a really good hairdresser between where I am in the DMV and when I'm down in North Carolina. So thank you for that. And DT Diaries, thank you for being here. So many of you, thank you. I am always grateful to see people hear what I'm talking, because sometimes you feel like you're just talking to yourself. But it is so delightful to see you here. I hope all is well with you. Reach out to me. Let me know if you need to detox. Okay, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.